Hello and welcome back to The Score's the Thing. Today we're looking at Trappy Mine by developer Rogue Noodle. This is a little game. I believe it was made for a game jam, though I'm not completely sure about that. But it's a digging game, very fast-paced, where you have to dig downwards and keep up with a scrolling screen and try and collect as much treasure as you can while not getting killed by the many traps that are in the game. It does have an ending, which makes it a little bit better for if you want to take risks. However, the ending is very difficult to reach. I think in the probably over 100 times that I've played it, I have gotten to the ending maybe one or two times. So it's in some sense a survival game, in that, the longer you survive, the better you'll do for the most part, but you will reach a point at which the amount of score you can get from the game becomes limited by the game having an ending. And then at that point, you have some interesting point-pressing opportunities because of these double boxes that increase your score. You have to, the main limiting thing that keeps me from finishing most of my runs is these clocks that you see me grabbing. They each add only 5 seconds to your timer, and if time runs out, you lose the game. And so it is quite difficult to get to these clocks quickly enough that you can have enough time to finish the game. And so that's another element that really pushes you to take a lot more risks in order to get a higher score, which I really like. This game is a lot of fun. It is very frustrating, but I find it very enjoyable to try and get a high score. And so this run that we're watching here is actually one of the best runs I've ever had in the game. And so one thing that's really nice about it is that if you blow up a collectible, you actually still get it. And so you can blow stuff up kind of with impunity. And that makes it a lot easier to make your way downwards. It makes it a lot easier to collect things. You would not have enough time to finish the game. You would be very hard-pressed to get to enough clocks if that was not the case. And so that's one of the few things that this game does to make things easier instead of harder. It can be very useful to get these combos of explosions that send you down much more quickly, because reaching the bottom in enough time is actually pretty important. Once you get down to the bottom, you'll see that there's a bunch of treasure chests, and those contain a lot of points. So reaching the end of the game, is not just good from a survival point of view of trying to, get as far into the game as possible. It's also good from the point of view that there is a pretty substantial bonus. Using bombs effectively is a really big part of doing well in this game too. You generally want to have a bomb out as close to constantly as you can. You always want to be working on multiple parts of the mine, exposing multiple parts of the mine at once, because those clocks are so important that you don't want to run any risk of missing any of them. And so there's a lot to balance, and you have to make your decisions very quickly. You have to dig very quickly because of the time limit. And so it becomes a very frantic game of you have to make a lot of decisions without a lot of information. So that is Trappy Mine. I really recommend checking it out. It is, I believe, pay what you want from the itch.io page. I will have a link in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.